Alright, everybody, welcome back to the Trueborn JP3 stream. I don't know what I just said there. Welcome back, everybody. Alright, tonight we are playing some more Street Fighter 6 World Tour because there is a thing that I haven't even mentioned or thought about doing. And I decided this is my chance to go ahead and jump in and check it out for one night only. For one night only. And that is this collab with a Japanese game called Last Cry. So I'm really curious to check out what this is because apparently there's a master out there. The exclamation mark for master list. I want to check this out, see what we're doing here. Alright, let's get into it. Narrative-based horror, murder mystery, or something of the sort. So I don't know anything about Last Cry at all. So there are 15 different endings, you say. Okay. Welcome to the Kung Fu Kong Villa. During your time here, you will be going by the name of Max. I don't know if I like this anyway. Enjoy your stay. Okay. Nugame. When I came to, I found myself in front of a fancy building. This is the Kung Fu Kong Villa Resort. A girl appearing as a blue silhouette spoke to me in a friendly voice. A resort? It all came back to me as I considered what she said. Kung Fu Kong Corporation, a renowned martial arts conglomerate, runs this facility for fighters from all over. As a fighter myself, I have been invited here. We appeared as blue silhouettes to hide our true identities and prevent needless confrontations between red-blooded fighters. Alright! I am a guest at the resort too. I go by Grace here. What's your name? She asked. My mind searched for the answer. I'm Max. Nice to meet you. Grace chuckled in response. Well, let's get going. The glass door in front of us gleamed brightly in the evening twilight, as if beckoning to us to use it. From this moment on, I would spend the night here, using Max as my alias. Cause this is Max. This is no longer JP. This is Max now! A wave of excitement for what awaited me washed up my body, and I pushed open the door. Oh, here we go! The Banshee in Street Fighter's Last Cry. That's a sentence. Oh. Welcome, Max and Grace, I presume. A man of medium build greeted us in a spacious entrance. My name is William Forrest. At least, here it is. The apron he wore and his calm demeanor gave him the appearance of a resort management, but he also was a guest. I've been visiting here for a long time, so they put me in charge of managing things while I'm present. He then took a moment to explain a few things to Grace and me, as it was our first time visiting. Allegedly. Let's go over some ground rules. First, no snooping around in other businesses. Second, just because we're all fighters doesn't mean you can go around picking fights. Come on now. Fighters took on new identities here in order to unwind and relax. As long as you follow these simple rules, feel free to do as you like. There is a game room and a billiard room, and the food here is quite good also. William added, winking as if he just sealed a great deal. And here are your room keys. A voice called from behind the receptionist desk nearby. A woman in an apron similar to William stood there, smiling gently. Why does she sound like him? Oh, that's Colleen. Like me, she is a veteran around here and helps out with things behind the scenes. At the mention of her name, Colleen nodded politely. A whiteboard in front of the reception lists all the numbers and rooms and such, and the guests currently staying at the resort. Max, your room is 206. Grace, 207. She explained as she handed us our keys. Oh man, I hated that sound I just made. The guest rooms are upstairs on the second floor. They should be ready for you. But since dinner is about to be served, you can wait in the lounge if you like. Colleen suggested, pointing to the area next to the stairs. The lounge was cozy, furnished with a rustic fireplace. Is that a we? Alright, a large coffee table was surrounded by sofas, enough to seat about 10 people. Where? Where? True to his name, it seemed like the perfect place to relax and chat. I think I'll wait here. Grace exclaimed as she threw herself onto the sofa. She's on the wrong side. That's not... She stretched out and let out a satisfied sigh. Having seen her embrace relaxation, I decided to follow suit. Crossing the inches, I sat down on the sofa opposite Grace. Okay, we're on the sofa. She's on a chair. Alright. Busy with dinner preparations, William and Colleen hurried to the kitchen at the back of the first floor. Without anything particular to talk about, I absent-mindedly gazed at Grace. It was awkward. Even though her form was obscured by a blue silhouette, I could still make out the expression on her face. Her eyes, dark and deep, locked onto mine. Her smile, radiating a warmth that felt both inviting and disarming. Oh well, I guess it's nothing. Even the way she sat, her head tilted over so slightly, was endearing. There was no doubt she was an attractive girl. I couldn't help but to wonder what kind of fighter she was. Yeah, that's what I do all the time. I look at a girl, like, damn, girl, what kind of fighter you is? And then, go off from there. Just as I started to imagine, I quickly shook my head. I had been warned not to involve myself in other businesses. Here I was obsessing over the first cute girl I see. How pathetic, I thought to myself. 3 girls chatted loudly while descending the stairs in a line. What the heck are we even supposed to do here? A pretty but somewhat rigid girl also asked as she leaked the group. We eat as much as we want, then go back to our room to watch TV, replied the smiling girl trailing along, who had a round, jolly appearance. You just call her fat. The bespectacled, tomboyish girl in the middle shrugged her shoulders in exasperation. Might as well get some use out of the TV after Debbie was so annoyed about getting a room with one. She talked too. I said I was sorry, Molly. Debbie responded apathetically, absent-mindedly practicing her sumo as she did. What? I don't want to miss the sumo tournament, that's all. Honestly, why would someone waste their time here watching TV? The pretty girl responded, furrowing her eyebrows. There's no reason to get so angry, Tiffany, Debbie explained. Suddenly, Grace asked me softly. All 3 of them are pretty cute, huh? Which one would you choose? I faltered. Was she talking about the sparring partner or a date? Unsure, I hesitated before responding. A, the beautiful Tiffany. B, the tomboyish Molly. C, the charming and disarming Debbie. D, I prefer someone like you. I prefer someone like you. You've got a type, huh? Grace joked as she squinted her eyes playfully, knowing she was getting a rise out of me. But you know, that's not allowed, right? You can't go around picking fights, remember? Oh, you meant as a sparring partner? That's right. We're all fighters here after all. What did you think I meant? Oh, I'll fold now. My response trailed off awkwardly. Suddenly, the sound of a car engine broke the... That's not a car. That was not a car. That was a plane landing on a strip is what that was. It continued to grow louder, then came to a stop. Ah, here at last. A middle-aged man with broad shoulders, a rugged look, and speaking in a distant southern accent stormed in. Yep, that was southern. And then there was his wife, a delicate woman with a fragile, almost melancholic aura accompanying him. The Buchanans welcome. That's what William sounds like now. William raced out of the kitchen to greet them. How was your trip here? Well, the car held up, okay, but the roads were rough once it got snowing. Glad we made it here before anything froze. As he spoke, we could see that small flakes of snow were now contained in the blowing wind outside, even. The cuckoo clock on the wall by the entrance squawked 7 times. It was already 7 p.m. William, shall we start serving dinner? Asked the polite, petite woman, even, who approached from across the room. She was dressed in a work uniform, suggesting her position was to help around the resort. Because you clearly can't see that. Oh, yes, Abby. Please, if you will. Abby replied with a cheerful, uh-huh, and led us to the dining hall. I'm sorry, that caught me. The dining hall was spacious, filled with tables covered in white cotton cloths, each one evenly spaced apart. The trio of girls from afore and the Buchanans took their seats at the respective tables. It seemed everyone assumed Grace and I were a couple, as we were seated across from each other at the same table, as such. I can't wait. Grace smiled across the table, her eyes shining. Yeah, me too. Seems like the food here is pretty famous. Who said that? I added as she tilted her head slightly in response. It's not just the food, she said with a smile. I get the feeling something's about to happen, don't you? About to happen? Wait, like what? It feels like we're all come here and become people just a little bit different from our usual selves. For some reason, it feels like we have a part to play. Yeah, a part to play? I look over at William, who is prepping at the kitchen counter. You mean like we'll start helping out the resort? Like William? I don't know who's talking. I have no idea who's talking. Yeah, something like that. Grace replied while nodding. I think being with you is also part of it. Something might happen to us together. Oh my? The thought that I might have a greater purpose here made a fresh wave of excitement wash over me. I grinned. A, that must mean your part here is to guide me. B, that must mean our part to play here is as lovers, baby. I like how I did that on cue. That must mean your part. Your part here is to guide me. Who knows? A mysterious smile curled on her lips. Before I realized, dinner had come to an end. I was so focused on chatting, I barely noticed the food. Nothing better than a cup of tea after a meal. A man approached our table because that's what he sounds like. With his sleeveless shirt showing off his beefy arms, he carried 2 cups filled near to spilling, like me. What the fuck? He set the tea down, half of it spilling on the table, then give a thumbs up with his calloused hand. Okay, what? Everyone says I make a killer cup. He introduced himself as Bobby. Like Abby, he helped out around the resort. Nice to meet you. What's the punch sound effect? He laughed out as he slapped my back in jest. Oh, okay, that's what I was. I figured it was a friendly gesture, but honestly, it hurt. It seems he didn't quite have a sense of his own strength. Despite most of it spilling, the tea was still refreshing. I set the cup down and suddenly caught a scent of the air. That smells good. What is that? As I searched for the source of the aroma, my eyes landed on a man in a corner table, casually tilting his cup. His hunched posture seems oddly sus. Over there, that's John. Abby said quietly as she came to clear our table. I believe he's adding cinnamon to his tea. He always spices it up. The resort boasted an array of tea options, where adding milk and lemon was only the beginning. Shall we? Prompted by Grace, we left the dining hall. This is a lot of narrative. This is more narrative than I've ever seen in a Capcom game. As we passed by the entrance, the girls from before were making a fuss. It was outside our window. Molly exclaimed as she furrowed her eyebrow in confusion. I'm sure it wasn't there before dinner, Debbie added in dismay. I made sure the doors and windows were locked. Tiffany chimed in, bristling. Please calm down. There's no worry. You found this outside your window, you say? William was holding a piece of paper in his hand. Intrigued, I leaned in to take a closer look. The following was written. Tonight, at midnight, equal D. Oh, somebody's getting a D tonight? That's awesome. Sweet. Tonight at midnight, you. Damn, that's crazy. Some letters were partially faded and nearly illegible. Illegible, even. Yet, for some reason, I felt like I could read them. A. Tonight at 12 a.m., someone will dance? B. Doesn't this say someone will die at midnight? I dance. Dance. Absolutely dance. Dance, dance. We're falling apart to have time. Dance, dance. Okay, sorry. Yeah, just damn. Tonight at 12 a.m., someone will dance? I don't even know why I read it that way. Maybe it was because of how this place looked. Like a grand ball could be hosted here. As we continue talking, Bobby happened to pass by. Oh, wait. Maybe he overheard us, or perhaps something came to mind, because he turned on his heel and walked down the stairs. Curiosity tugged at me as I followed him downstairs. Oh, damn! Before I knew it, the game room spread out before me. How? Filled with rows of arcade cabinets. I watched as Bobby walked up to one of the machines. Power Steering Fighter 6. What? Legacy and innovation meet at last. As I peeked at the screen from beside him, he continued playing and said, I overheard your conversation from earlier, and it made me remember something. This game is getting an update tonight. The update will bring a wave of players to online competitive play. Or am I making a point here? So he thought it would be a good idea to get in some practice before things heated up. What do you say, Max? Want a tango? Bobby said while grinning. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't into fighting games. I'm in. Then bring it. With that, we jumped right in. Oh, I still got to be vibe. Oh God! Oh! Oh, that was a mistake. Keep going. Hit him with the wham bam, thank you, ma'am. GG. We exchanged a fist bump and praised each other's tech. That was fun, but don't you feel a little unsatisfied? Bobby's voice dropped to a notch, and he leaned in. Games are cool and all, but how about a real fight? I was thinking the same thing. Was I? I'm in. Then bring it. With that, we jumped right in. What? What? What's happening? I thought we already did this. So Bobby's loot? Damn it, Bobby. Oh, you were gonna hold that for long. I fucked up. Now this feels like deja vu. GG! Yeah, this is definitely deja vu. We exchange a fist bump and praise each other's tech. Again. That was fun, but don't you... What's happening? What? 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 Wait, what? What? Wait, what? What? Guys, what? What is happening? Do I have to bust out the suit? Is that what you want? Oh, I almost messed up. Ow! Oh, I got you. Is that what you wanted? GG! Oh, what is up with the mirroring effect? We exchanged a fist bump and praised each other's tech. That was fun, but don't... What? What's happening? What's happening? What? Huh? What? Huh? Huh? Where am I? Huh? Alright, let's go. Alright! And another one. GG! We exchanged a fist bump and praised each other. Cool, no, it's the same thing. I'm in. Bring it. With that, we jumped right in. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Chat, help. Chat, help. Help. I can't stop, chat. Help. I can't. Help. 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 Oh, I'll do it. Damn. Chat, help! I can't stop! Chat, help! Chat, help, please! Chat, please! Help! I can't! He won't let me leave! He won't let me leave! Oh, okay, here we go. What the? Something wasn't right. We seemed to be trapped in an endless loop of battles within the game. At least, that's how it felt. Had we been pulled into a virtual world? Or was I standing there at the cabinet, lost in his grips? By the way, 10-0. 10-0 guy. You're gonna have to leave the cabinet. Oh, no, I'm sorry. My mind spun, tugged in every direction. Kneeling on the floor, I fumbled desperately for the power cord. If I could just shut the game off! I grabbed onto the plug and yanked it out of the wall. Pulling the plug. Okay. Oh, alright. Oh. Nice. Alright, so that was one ending out of 15. Alright, let's get back in there! What the? Something wasn't right. We seem to be... Oh. Wait, keep going. Alright, yep. Yep, that part. Remember this? Guys, remember this part? It's cool, right? Yes. That was indeed an ending. Alright. New game it is. When I came to, I found myself in front of a fancy building. Is the Kong Villa Resort? A girl appeared as a blue silhouette spoke to me in a friendly voice. A resort? It all came back to me as I considered what she said. Kung Fu Kong Corporation, a renowned martial arts conglomerate, runs this facility for fighters from all over. As a fighter myself, I have been invited here and involved here. We appeared as blue silhouettes to hide our true identities and prevent needless confrontations between red-blooded fighters. I'm a guest here at the resort too. I go by Grace here. What's your name? She asked my name and searched for the answer. I'm Max. Nice to meet you. Grace chuckled in response. Well, let's get going. The glass door in front of us gleamed brightly in the evening twilight, as if beckoned to use it. From the moment I would spend the night here, using Max as my alias. A wave of excitement for what awaited me washed up my body as I pushed open the door. The Banshee and Street Fighter's Last Cry. Welcome. Max and Grace, I presume. A man of medium build greeted us at spacious entrance. My name is William Thorst. At least, here it is. The apron he wore and his calm demeanor gave him the appearance of resort management, but he also was a guest. I've been visiting here for a long time, so they put me in charge of managing things while I'm present. He then took a moment to explain a few things to Grace and me, as it was our first time visiting. Let's go over some ground rules first. First, no snooping around in others' businesses. Second, just because we're all fighters doesn't mean we can go around picking fights. Fighters took on new identities here in order to unwind and relax. As long as you follow these simple rules, feel free to do as you like. There's a game room, a billiard room, and a food here is quite good also. From what I heard. William added, as winking as if he had instilled a great deal. There's action. Yep, there she goes. Saying the things. Oh, got room 206. Got you. 207. Yes, cool. Awesome. Furnace, fireplace, sofa, 10 people, 9 sofa. Alright, Grace was there. She threw herself, and then I threw myself, and then we were throwing each other. It was awesome. Without the absent-minded Grace. Even though it was just formed, it scared the smooth silhouette. I could see her expression on her face. God damn, she was hot. Alright, yeah, yup. Grace, beautiful. Her eyes, my eyes, cross-eyed. What? Child Lily. 3 girls, how can this be? Pop-Puff Girls, Buttercup, Bubbles, Blossom, Speckled Boyish, yes, exactly what I said. Sumo, yes. Chunko Stew and such. Alright, cool, yes. Which one of those you like? What? The Blossom, the Buttercup, the Bubbles, or someone like you. Yeah, I go for Buttercup every time, I'm sorry. Buttercup. You've got a type, huh? Yeah, funny. Funny me. Sparring partners. Oh, that's awkward. Suddenly, the airplane landed outside the building. It landed right on the strip and did a 360. It was crazy. Yeehaw! Here at last! Middle-aged bird soldiers and quite huge human being, gotta say. Buchanan's welcome. Race out of the kitchen to greet them. How was your trip here? Yep, that stuff. Yep, all that happened. Absolutely. I probably should just pick the chapter, but it's way more fun this way. The cuckoo of the wall squawked 7 times. 7 p.m. Start dinner. Get there. Do the thing. Cook the food. Seat the people. For tea. Yes. Tea. Alright, what part do we play? By the way, I told you to guide me last time, and I ended up in the Twilight Zone. I don't think you did much for me. So, for right now, we're doing that. You are now my boo thing. Congratulations. That means we play as parts as lovers, baby. Who knows? Oh, you didn't say no. Okay, I'm in there. Yeah! Yeah! Focus on chatting, I barely notice the food. Nothing better than a cup of tea after tea after tea after tea. Big shoulders, hit me in the back. Why would you do that, Bobby? Something wrong with that boy, I swear. That boy just ain't right. Alright, yes. Strong man, thumbs up. Send the air, smells good. Cinnamon tea. That's just John over there. Alright, you gotta get out of here. Alright, everyone saw something out the window. The window. Please calm down, it's just snow. What are you freaking out about? The window. Midnight D. The Twilight D, they said. Yes. That means this says someone will die at midnight, doesn't it? Doesn't it say that someone will die at midnight? What do you mean someone will die at midnight? Did I literally make a choice with that already? That's funny. That's so scary. Debbie panicked, her pudgy hands covering her. Stop calling her fat! This must be a joke, said Tiffany harshly. She looked at me with a hard stare. Cornered, I held up my hands defensively. Someone will die at midnight. I don't even know what I interpreted even. It was like a strange sense of deja vu. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Like this had all happened before. Or maybe it's all predetermined? Like an endless cycle. It will all happen again. What's going on down there? The Buchanans came downstairs and joined the conversation. Chase took the paper from William's hand and snorted. They stuck those in the second wharf window without no ladder or nothing. They must be out of their minds. Apparently the window in the next room was too far away to reach just by hand. The wind must have blown in somewhere and got it stuck up here. He had a point. Don't know what point he was making, but he got it. That was indeed a possibility. Chase turned towards the girls, who were looking upset, and flashed a grin that revealed the shine of his gold tooth. Now you guys better turn them frowns upside down, you hear? Whether true or not, Chase's swaggered speech lightened the mood, leaving everyone feeling a little less tense. The girls headed back to their room as they muttered, while William returned to cleaning up. The plot thickens. For some reason, I find myself sitting down on the sofa in the lounge with the Buchanans. Thanks for calling everybody down back there. That's what I'm here for, friend, Chase said with a smug expression painted on his face. Well, I might not like it, but I'm the head honcho of a big old team back home, and when you're leading, you can't let even the littlest problem slide, you get me? He gave off a somewhat shady expression, but maybe there was more to him than meets the eye. Chase leaned forward, as I couldn't help but to be impressed, because it looks like he's about to sprain his neck. Someone like you and a youngin' can't whip you into shape and make you something real special. I'm sorry? What? You're damn straight I can. Join the team, train up a bit, and you'll be the hot shot lickety-split. I wasn't sure what kind of team it was, but the idea of being a leader sounds pretty cool. Chase continues pressing me. How about it, Max? Want to join me? I pondered for a moment before answering. Sign me up. Sorry, I don't know, man. You know what? Sign me up. I don't know what I'm into, but yeah, do the thing. Sign me up. Yeehaw! Chase puffed out his chest with a grin. Then there's the deal. We better get moving. From then, things started moving real fast. What? Chase took me to the town where the team was located. And from there, I was under his command. Wait. Chase is a part of the Mad Gears? I began as an errand boy, but slowly made my way up the ranks. Eventually, I became Chase's right-hand man. 30 years of sleep. 30 years of sleepless nights and giving it my all. Having steered the team to success, I thought it was a time to unwind and visit the resort again to reward myself. Yeehaw! Here at last! My car fought through the blizzard and reached its destination. A few guests here were already at the resort, it seemed. Yeah, it definitely looks like 30 years have passed. Right? Little did I know, this was just the beginning. It was going to be a long, harrowing night. That can't be that bad. Yeehaw! I'm a leader! What? Wait, what? Wait, what? I don't... Anybody understand that ending? Because everything taking place in that portrait was like me with 4 of the girls and we was talking about partying 30 years after the fact. Okay. Okay. Wow. I should have said good ending. I don't know what they mean and ending. That was good. Good ending. Good. Alright, let's just go ahead and start from chapter to chapter and then work our way backwards, okay? For some reason, I found myself sitting down on the sofa in the lounge with the Buchanans. Thanks for calming everyone down back there. That's what I'm here for, friend, Chase said with a smug expression on his face. Well, I might not look like it, but I'm the head honcho of a big old team back home. He gave off a somewhat shady expression, but maybe he had a stroke. I couldn't tell. Chase leaned forward as I couldn't help but be impressed. Someone like you are the young in the town. I can whip you back to shape. Come on, man. Really? You damn straight. Woo-hoo! You know what I'm saying? I wasn't sure what kind of team it was, but the idea of being a leader sounded pretty cool. Chase continued pressing me. How about it, man? You want to know me? I considered for a moment before answering. What the hell did he just say? I think I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you. I don't think so. Sorry. I could not agree with something I knew nothing about. I apologized and politely declined. Amber Buchanan laughed. I must apologize on behalf of my husband. He always gets like this whenever he sees someone he thinks he can use. Come on now. Chase's face tensed up like he just sucked on a lemon. That was a very sexual theme there. Good gracious. Huh? Grace turned her gaze to the window and let out a noise. I think a little animal just ran by or something. I also glanced over. The snow and the wind were picking up outside. A flicker of light reflected off the landscape outside. The headlights of a car outside. That's not an animal. Seems like a car. Outside. The car drew closer, and the entrance door opened. Hello, everyone. It is I, the one, the only, Jonas Flamberge, here to dazzle you with my presence this fine day. A man with a thick beard shouted loudly. In one hand, he carried a long stick with a camera attached to the end of it. Must be one of those influencers, I said out loud. Oh, yeah, that was Chase talking. Yes, clearly. Chase questioned under his breath. Meanwhile, Jonas kept on talking to his camera. The man noticed Jonas twirled in place as he spoke, catching himself in all different angles. He was clearly recording a video. Excuse me, sir. William proclaimed as he rushed over. Could you please refrain from recording in the lobby? You need special permission to do so. The tone in William's voice was more stern than usual. Oh, sorry, my man. Jonas shrugged and quickly put his camera away. Having finished his check-in, Jonas walked into the lounge without a hint of shame. Watch out, coming through. His tanned face looked tough, but the grin on his beard lips seemed rather shallow. He plopped down next to Grace without even asking. What an asshole. Call me Jonas. My channel is called Fight It. I do vids and streams. You probably checked out my stuff before, right? His Fight It channel, as the name suggests, hosted a footage of battles between fighters. I fought all kind of opponents. Beef-headed wrestlers, you name it. That was just one. You didn't even put a list out there. You didn't put a list. You just beef-head wrestlers, and that was it. Jonas bragged, clearly proud of his accomplishments. But fighting is against the rules here, right? For a moment, I thought I saw Jonas's eyes narrow. But just as quickly, he returned to his usual light-hearted tone and continued talking. Of course. This is the place for fighters to chill, you know? Random fights? Totally off limits. I get that. But... He leaned in and lowered his voice as if sharing a secret. But we're all still fighters. I've heard of some gnarly stuff happens in the down low. On the down low. Interesting. Maybe this place wasn't all tea and biscuits after all. Jonas flashed a sly grin and continued. Plus, there are other rumors about this resort. Jonas stroked his beard. I don't know why they had to do a transition for that, but okay. Letting the silence linger. Ever heard of the Banshee? It's a freaky creature with sharp blades of wind that can, slice people up. A creature said to have lived in the woods. The Banshee. It was a local folk tale around these parts. It lurks in the woods with his long, scythe-like nails. Man, the wind's going tonight. Perfect Banshee weather. Jonas said as if he was telling a ghost story. I gulped. Have you come here to film it? I asked. Mocking his voice. He shook his head. No, I'm just here to vibe like everyone else. But hey, if I catch something cool, I got my camera. Please, let's keep from filming to a minimum. William interrupted, his tone firm as he appeared seemingly out of nowhere. Right. Jonas replied, scratching his head awkwardly. The conversation sifted into getting drinks, but I stood up alone, quietly excusing myself because I'm underage, apparently. To be honest, I've been fighting the urge to take a leak. The bathroom was just down the stairs. The Banshee, huh? It sounded ridiculous. But in a place like this, with the storm raging outside, I'm not so sure. I'd be so surprised if something really did pop out. As I was taking care of business, a chill ran down my spine. That's when I heard something. A car rolled by with a man who stubbed his toe just now. A scream so haunting it seemed to come from another world. What was that? I panicked and burst out of the bathroom. I wasn't sure, but I had a feeling it came from the game room. As I nervously made my way down to the hallway, a shadow suddenly appeared in front of me. Whoa! I gasped in shock. It was Bobby. He was panting heavily, clearly flustered. Bobby! I heard a scream. He responded quickly before I could say anything else. Yeah, I heard it too. From the billiard room, I think. Bobby's finger pointed at the far end of the game room. What was that just now? Did you hear it too? William appeared and rushed over. Bobby's voice rose, as if to will William to move faster. Perfect time, William. Do you have the key? The key? The key to the billiard room, because I'm talking, not Bobby. Don't listen to him. For some reason, the billiard room was locked, and William was the one responsible for holding the resort keys. Bobby was apparently aware of this. In fact, he had just been going to find William to get the key, clearly. Are you sure you heard the scream from in there? William asked, stopping just in front of the door. Bobby nodded in response. I could see the lights flickering inside through the frosted glass window. I'm opening the door now. William pulled a set of keys from his apron pocket. He released the lock with a small metallic click. After a brief pause, he turned the doorknob. He stepped through the door, carefully and with hesitation. The flickering light made it difficult to clear a sense of what was going on inside. The room looked normal, with a large billiard table standing in the center. We nervously huddled together and walked around it. And there, behind the table, we saw it. Oh, sorry, this is silly. Eek! I couldn't tell if the pitiful scream had come from me Bobby or William. It was like that of all three of us had yelped. What we saw was beyond words, an unspeakable sight. A yoga practitioner. The man's body lay twisted on the floor unnaturally. His face was turned behind his back, his white eyes staring blankly into the void. This was definitely a Dalsum Every part of his body was contorted, like a rag that was wrung out. It looked as if the blood-curdling scream we have heard had been wrung out of him by force. It's John. William muttered in a trembling voice. Bobby, his face was drained of color, shook his head silently. We couldn't bring ourselves to look any longer, slowly stepped away from the body. After a long pause, William finally spoke. Let's leave him as he is, for now. Not contaminating the scene seemed to be William's priority. We shouldn't touch anything or leave any fingerprints behind. What about the back door? I pointed to it and asked, because that was me. It was left wide open, battered by the wind rattling violently. Evidence could be lost if we didn't do something. Yes, let's close it, William said, and I shut the door. I grabbed the knob using the hem of my shirt and locked it with a twist. We left the room and locked the inner door behind us. Now, no one can enter the billiard room. Should we call the police? Bobby murmured in a hoarse voice. William responded. Yes, let's go upstairs and call them from the reception. We returned to the fourth floor, and William gathered all the guests in the lounge. Okay, I had to check. I was like, is this really everybody? Yeah, that checks out. Yeah, that's everybody. He tells them something has happened, but to stay calm. He then walked over and grabbed the phone at the reception desk. What in tarnation? Tell us what's going on. The questions came pouring in as I gestured with my hands, signaling to calm everyone down. After taking a deep breath, I spoke. Someone has died. Did? Did what? Oh, no. Everyone reacted in shock. Bobby, usually so confident, was trembling, and the tremor in my own voice made it clear that this was no joke. I spoke slowly, recounted what we had seen. The person who had died was likely John Boy. I never knew him. The inner door to the billiard room had been locked. The back door leading outside had been left wide open. Are you saying it was murder? Jonas asked, sounding seriously. Yeah, because Jonas, yep. Yeah, Jonas, yeah, I know what he's talking. Could you have been mistaken? Colleen inquired. I said, yep, she spoke. Yeah, I remember when she did that. Trying to will that to be the case. Also, I shook my head. I reclaimed the unnaturally twisted body. His neck twisted around to the back. His empty white eyes staring vacantly. The entire body was twisted like a rag, as if someone had gripped a doll and wrung it with all their strength. The hell are you talking about? A hush settled over everyone. Each person struggled to comprehend the situation. It's no use. William's voice shattered the silence because that was William. The phone lines are down. The storm must have knocked them out. He muttered, shaking his head with a grim expression. Y'all can't try using my cell phone? Chase stood up and offered a cell phone to William. Clouded with concern, Chase's face dropped. What? No signal? That's right. William said with a sigh. We've intentionally made sure cell phones don't get service up here to help everyone disconnect and relax. We could drive to a spot with a signal, Jonas suggested, because I was Jonas. No, the world's likely frozen solid, William said bitterly. Yes, because William's voice changed also. If we got into an accident, we'd be stranded. The storm was strengthening by the minute. The surroundings of the resort had disappeared into the darkness, and the blinding snowstorm obscured any view. Venturing outside recklessly didn't seem like a wise choice. The cuckoo clock on the wall cheerfully chimed 9 times, because I can count now. It was already 9 p.m. Someone will die at midnight. Someone murdered quietly. I froze. Without thinking, I pulled out the note that had been absent-mindedly put in my pocket. Could it have been something to do with John's death? It's not even midnight yet. Does that mean the killer jumped the gun? Molly said, the bespectacled girl on the verge of tears. This is awful. A murderer? Where did they go? Abby's voice pitched into panic as he spoke. Unease began to spread through the room. I can't take this anymore, Debbie shrieked, her voice shrill and desperate. What is even happening? That must be me. That must be me, the player, asking right now. I want to go home. Calm down, Debbie. Tiffany's tried to soothe her. But even her typically composed demeanor couldn't mask the worry in her eyes. That's right. Let's all calm down. A quiet voice suddenly spoke, interrupting the chaos. It was Grace. She looked around at everyone and continued. Even if the note is a threat, the killer may have deliberately written the wrong time to distract us. There's no point in dwelling in it. She was as calm and steady as ever. The most important thing is understanding the killer's motive. If John was the target, then the murderer was probably already escaped. She had a point. Why would the killer stay near their crime scene? What we need to consider is the worst case scenario. Grace paused, then looked around at everyone again. What do you mean the worst case scenario? Chase asked. Grace took a deep breath, then replied. That someone else here is the next target. A murmur spread through the group. I picked up where Grace left off. If they are targeting someone else, then the killer might be nearby. Exactly. If I were the killer, that's what I'd do. Grace said, nodding. Someone else? Ugh! Debbie screamed again. Nothing's for certain. We're just considering all the possibilities here. William said, yep, William said that. Yeah, yep, Taking charge of the conversation. For now, let's check all the doors and windows. Good thinking. All right, fellas, follow me. Chase took charge, showing off his leadership expertise. This is what a leader is expected to do, he said, flashing a smug grin at the girls. Considering the situation, I decided that I should help out. Let's start from the second floor, I said. I said it. He didn't say I said it first. Stop lying, William. Look at me. I said it. William, Chase, Bobby, Jonas, and me. 5 of us in total. Be careful. Grace said quietly, waving her hand and sending us off. We nodded and began climbing the stairs. With our powers combined, I am Captain. Oh, not that. Okay, sorry. We started checking all the guest rooms. We opened every door and inspected inside each one even. Oh, dang, that is hella comfy looking. The rooms appeared in order, and the windows were locked. The showers were all too clear, too. There was a small ventilation window in the hallway, but it was far too narrow for someone to fit through. Ain't nobody here, Chase muttered in a hint of relief in his voice. Yeah, seems like it, I answered. A silent understanding passed between us. Oh! All of a sudden, a noise. It came from inside one of the rooms. What was that? Chase stuttered. It came from the storage room. Bobby pointed to the end of the hallway. By the way, damn, bro, your wingspan must be crazy if all I see is your arm right now. There was a single door. That's where we keep the cleaning supplies and things. There's enough space for a person to hide. Yep, William said that. Explained in a low voice. The storage room door was slightly ajar. And then it was a door. We held our breath and silently surrounded it. One of us had to open the door to check inside, but who would it be? We exchanged glances. Our eyes all turned to one person. Me? Chase whispered, his voice barely audible. The rest of us nodded in unison. Yeah, go ahead. You got it, guy. It looked like the leader was going to have to lead. Dang, nabbit! Chase gathered his resolve and grabbed the knob and slowly opened it. Suddenly, a tiny figure shot out. It clawed at his leg, making him scream like... Wait, is that an arrow? Hold on, let me get closer to the TV real quick. Why is there arrow there? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we found an oversight. Chase yelped as he stumbled and fell on his backside. The figure zipped past him and dashed down the hallway. A cat. William breathed, his voice laced with relief. Oh, it's Ruby. What is she doing in here? It appeared to be one of the resort's residents' cats. Well, that was everything on the second floor, including the storage room. Confirmed safe. Concerned safe. We headed back to the first floor. For a moment, I was startled by a scream I heard from the lounge area, but it turned out to be nothing to worry about. Ruby had rushed down to the first floor, earning a squeal of glee from Tiffany when she spotted her. Oh my gosh, a kitty! At this point, any distraction was a good one. We continued to check the first floor. Reception on the staff room. The dining hall. The kitchen. And finally, the bathrooms. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, and every window was securely locked. At last, we made our way towards the game room. We carefully searched the gaps between the arcade machines. The only room left to search was my bedroom. No. Okay, sorry, guys, sorry. The billiard room. We came to a stop in front of the door. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. Ronan, did that expire already? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, I still got time. How much time we have left? Don't worry. After we're done with this, I'll get on that. Yep. I'll get on it. I won't stream it though, cause y'all got enough of that yesterday. We came to a stop in front of the door. The thought of facing the corpse again weighed heavily. William and Bobby's faces were just as tense. Yo, there's a body in there, right? Jonas's voice quivered, yet his eyes lit up with excitement. A camera had somehow appeared in his hands as if they were planning to capture the moment. Now wait just a moment. William shot a sharp glance at the camera. I hope you didn't intend to use that. Of course not. Jonas quickly hid the camera behind his back. I'm just having a peek. No, we better not. William shook his head. We checked everything in this there after we found the body earlier. No one was around, and we locked the back door. He was right. The billiard room should be completely secure. It was best not to interfere and preserve the scene. We explained our logic to Jonas and returned to the lounge. There was no sign of anything unusual within the resort. Hearing this, a sense of relief washed over everyone. As long as the front door was locked, no one would be able to get inside unless they broke through a window. All we had to do was stay vigilant through the night. Keep an eye on the weather. Then head out tomorrow. We could then contact the police. And everything would be just fine. These thoughts cascaded through my mind like a waterfall, until one single thought became trapped in the current. Could the perpetrator really have escaped outside? Honestly, John's killer could be any one of us, even. This possibility shouldn't be ruled out. I took a deep breath and spoke up. The killer. It could be any one of us. Even the cat. A sudden shift in the air left everyone uneasy. It was something they have all vaguely sensed but hadn't dared to consider. I took the first leap into the unknown. There's someone here who doesn't have an alibi. A wave of excitement surged through me. Grace said, we each had a role to play here, and this might very well be mine. I was the detective, the one who could solve it all. With all eyes fixed on me, I continued. And that person is... Wait. Let's think about this logically. How could they answer? Grace has an alibi because... Where was everybody when it happened? I was in the bathroom. I told Grace I was going to the bathroom. Bobby was in the arcade again. Jonas just arrived. I'm pretty sure he was right beside Grace. Maybe it was me! Yeah. I raised both my hands up and gestured to myself. I was alone when the scream echoed through the resort. I pretended to head to the bathroom, slipped out the window, and made my way to the crime scene through the back door. Oh! There, I killed John and slipped back in the same window. What the fuck? I'm just gonna out myself? That's how a master criminal orchestrates a crime. Get with it, guys. Of course, this is nothing more than a deduction based on logic. I said, my smile tight as I continued. But the one who's truly suspicious is still me. No, I'm gonna get this ending. I'm gonna get this ending. I'm sorry. We're sticking to this role. Still me. No one's listening anymore. No one's listening. There's no way. I raised both my hands into the air. I was the one who did it. The narrator turned detective committing the crime. What an astonishing twist. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I just outed myself as a narrator too. Wow, this man is unhinged. I couldn't help but laugh at my own wit. But as I laughed, there was a sudden snap. The sound of something breaking. Quit joking around! Folks are already jumpy enough! It was Chase. His eyes were bloodshot, veins bulged in his forehead. That snap I heard was the last piece of his patience. Takes a downright fool to get me all riled up, and I'm about to done with your nonsense. Then everyone charged at me with force. Oh God! He's gonna kick my butt! Oh shit. Bro! You are plus as hell. You cannot be doing that for free. Yeah! 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 Yep, just take a picture of that for, you know. Oh God! Wait, who are you? Wait, you're Bobby? How? You don't look like Bobby at all. That boy just ain't right. I told you, that boy ain't right. Ooh, good one. Oh, good one. Oh. Ooh, good one. Ugh. Oh, try it again. Oh, no! Got him. Damn, what a hard read. What a hard read that was. Oh my God, leather gloves. Wait. Are you trying to say I'm O.J. Simpson now? Wait, what? Oh, okay. It's William Forrest! Wait, who? Oh, the butler. The butler? Get shot. He's Sonic Booming though? This man got charging straps? I knew Will was the real one. I knew William was the real one, bro. He's a family man. Oh, Jonas Flamberg. Rashid Tech. Sit that ass down. Get that ass down. Go ahead, sit that ass down. Ooh, Abby, I see you, girl. I see you, girl, strutting that thing. Oh, snap. Ooh, got him. Oh, damn. Messed up. Ugh. Oh, no, I messed up my combo. Now I messed up my combo again. Oh. Boom, bam, pow. How you like me now? Oh, no, it's Debbie. With a huge, grotesque hands. Oh. Why she gotta be so pudgy? Dude, the game is laying into Debbie, though, man. It feels kind of jacked up. Oh, I got a diaper for beating her. Cool. Awesome. Yup, I got the diaper. Sponsored by Charmin. Tiffy, I see you, girl. You've been playing online a lot, haven't you? That's why you picked Cammy. She's a ranked warrior for sure. Ooh, I was gonna get her. Got it. Can't throw that out for free. Can't throw that out there for free now. Damn, everybody's throwing hands. Molly, no! Oh, that's up. Keep forgetting how to play Survivor. Ooh, what the hell you think you're doing? Ah, fucked up. Messed up. I done goofed. Yep. Oh! Got him. Yep. It's Amber Buchanan! Good job. Hey, what the hell you think you're doing? Okay, what the hell you think you're doing? Wait a minute. I dare you to do it. You did it. You definitely challenged it. Oh, hit it with the poles. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Damn, Amber had to catch the nasty mess. Oh no, Grace! Gracie with a chosen one. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Go ahead and take a picture of that. Damn. What an angle. Wait, who was that? Colleen Forrest? Wait, who was that? Who the hell is Colleen? Ah! Ugh! Well, alright, alright. Okay, I would like to go on record and point out that Ruby is a cat. Ruby is the cat's trying to whoop my ass because of the things I said. That cat. I have also offended the cat. Oh! Oh no! The cat's got tech, man. The cat's got tech. Oh, I messed up. What are you doing? Ooh. Take a picture of that. Bad kitty. Bad kitty. I emerged victorious, despite the odds stacked against me. Gasping for breath, I looked down the group lying motionless on the floor. Oh yeah, Colleen and Abby both work here. I forgot about that. If the perpetrator was among them, they certainly wouldn't be striking again. This case was solved. A laugh trickled from my throat. Sheer strength. In the end, that is what solves everything. Even Sherlock Holmes had a fair bit of muscle on him. This was the way it was meant to be. As I basked in my triumph, my voice suddenly called out. Yoga. Someone surly appeared in midair and lunged at me. Who could he be? Oh, Jesus! Can you hit me a little bit harder next time? God damn! You know what? I like having health. I really did like having health. Oh my god, I can't win. I can't win. I can't win this. I can't do enough damage, chat. I can't win. It's stacked against me. He's too strong. He's just too... Oh god! Oh! He was too strong. No! Ugh. I was knocked to the ground before I could even grasp what happened. The searing pain blurred my vision. Yoga. The voice called out again, and the being vanished. Who was that? I felt like I had seen them before. But before I remembered, my cautiousness slipped away. Yoga to the head. Yeah, that's definitely an ending. Wow. The story, the lore. Well, we actually made it pretty far in that one. Alright, like a doll. Damn. Wait, we gotta go that far? I wonder why they just... Okay, next page, hold up. Rising Doubts. Oh yeah, this is why I started acting up. Alright. Were there any choices in between all that, though? No, I don't think there was any other decisions I had to make. So, alright, let's get back to it. I'm gonna j'accuse somebody. J'accuse! J'accuse. Could the perpetrator really have escaped outside? Could be any of us. It could be me, even. Again. It could be Ruby. It could be the kitty. It could be that TV behind me. Who knows? Anyone could have accosted this man. The person is me, Grace, Bobby, Jonas. It's too early to say for sure. Let's go with Jonas. It could be Jonas! J'accused! Thinking about it, Jonas showing up late was suspicious. He looked at me with a strange smile. Yo, when we heard that scream, I was right here. Just saying. That may be true, but he was right. But there was a hole in his story. I told him. You have an accomplice, don't you? B, we have the timeline of the crime all wrong. C, you're wearing a disguise. And I will prove it. You're wearing a disguise. A disguise? Jonas shouted in a bewildered voice. You think this beard is fake or what? My intuition told me that he was lying. Come here! I grabbed at Jonas' beard and yanked it as hard as I could. Ouch! He screamed in pain. But of course he was acting. Oh, the feel of his beard was mistakenly real. Yeah, my bad. Damn, that's a bad patch. Sorry about that. Ow! What the hell are you doing? Jonas pushed me away with a thud. Why the heck would I need a disguise anyway? Well, you see, I hadn't thought about it. I couldn't answer. You're just trying to act like you've got it all figured out to seem cool. Did it work? Jonas glared at me while stroking his beard. Yeah, my bad. I shrank back, feeling small. Very well. William, who had been unusually silent, raised his voice as if he had made up his mind. Let's check around the outside of the resort. A whisper spread through the group. William continued in a calm tone. Quickly, checking the surroundings should give us a reassurance there's nothing to worry about, yes? Count me in! Bobby stepped forward. It was the same group as before. I knew I should go. Jonas also stood up, presumably thinking the same thing. I could not see that word for some reason. Chase didn't move. I reckon I stay here and look after the ladies. He was likely feeling the sting of embarrassment of having screamed at nothing but a little cat. We set off as a group of 4. At Jonas's suggestion, we decided to split up into 2 groups and circle the mansion from the opposite sides. That man is about to run face first into that door. This way, we could surround anyone we came across. We'll meet around back. Agreeing with William, I started walking alongside Bobby. I don't know why he's mocking me with my voice, though. We circled the outer wall, going left, as the wind and snow blustered around us. William and Jonas moved in opposite direction. Despite the darkness, lights were scattered across the area, faintly illuminating our surroundings. At the half point, I turned my gaze to the forest. Who could possibly stay in here in these conditions like this? It seemed unthinkable. Just as I thought crossed my mind. I'm sorry, it gets me every time. A scream cut through the air. Bobby and I looked at each other in worry. We ran towards the back of the mansion. I hurried forward, glancing around, but the pelting snow stung my face, making it hard to see. Ow! As I turned the corner, a figure suddenly appeared. I didn't even have time to react. The figure lunged forward. Oh my! Who are you? Ooh, you have to work on that. You're gonna have to work on those footsies, bro. Ooh, shit! Oh shit! Get this man! Ooh! Oh! Oh! Got his ass. In the heat of the moment, I somehow took my opponent down. I kneeled down, unable to believe my eyes. William? The figure that had lunged at me, it was him. Ugh. Groaning, William spoke in broken sentences. He explained that he had been suddenly hit from behind during his patrol. Oh, damn, taking back shots? Crazy, man. And right after that, I ran into you. He had mistaken me for the one who had attacked him. It was simply the result of poor visibility. But not poor neutral. Oh, shit, I got his ass. Got it. Oh, sorry. Was the one who hit you the murderer, or was it Jonas? I don't know who's talking right now. Bobby asked. Yep, it was Bobby. Yep. Damn. I should have known. Nearly frozen with surprise. Where is he now? The storm grew fiercer, cloaking everything in an icy veil. Jonas, are you out there? Bobby screamed, echoed in the voice. Yep, it was Bobby again. Damn. His voice, a desperate plea, but the wilderness swallowed it whole. William fainted. Only silence remained. Jonas's absence was unsettling, but considering the situation, looking for him would be futile. We should go get him to safety. I said. Yep, I said at that time. And Bobby nodded in agreement. Together we lifted his limp body and made our way back to the entrance. Damn, we lost Jonas. Damn, we lost the last Jonas brother. I can't believe this. Jonas went after William, and then Max just knocked him out clean? What in tarnation's going on here? I laid William down in the staff room and went back to the lounge, only to find Chase waiting there, eager to approach me. We're not entirely sure. Jonas may have been the one to hit William, and then because of that, we ended up fighting by accident when we ran into each other. You know, complete accident. He hit him with a 10-hit combo. It was crazy. By accident, I mean. I mumbled, struggling to explain. Oh, that was me? Damn, that's awkward. This ain't making a lick of sense. Chase's expression remained unclear, his confusion evidence. The others in the lounge were looking uneasy too. I didn't blame them. A lot had happened. As Bobby and I kept explaining, everyone began to piece together what had actually happened. So you're saying Jonas did it? I shook my head to indicate my lack of confidence. If Jonas did attack William, there must be some kind of reason why. Who was talking? It wasn't clear if this was all connected to John's murder. Either way, Jonas had seemingly vanished into the thin air. There was nothing more we could do. So, did you figure out anything else? Grace inquired. Finally! Thank you, game. She was expecting me to evolve my role as the detective. I tried to think hard, wanted to meet her expectations. Now that you mention it, we found the Banshee. That freaking thing Jonas was talking about. Oh, that freaking thing Jonas was talking about? Chase asked, as I nodded in response, turning to face everyone. It had to be multiple tower, jumping into my stream, dropping links. Damn, and he's gone. He's gone. He's multiple times he did. Oh damn, it's gone every single time. Oh, it's all gone. It's it's all gone. All right, sorry about that. The strange creature that slashed with blades of wind. I now knew the creature's true identity. The Banshee is Jonas William Ectoplasm. I'm gonna make my character such an idiot. I'm sorry, I can't help it. They're giving me too good of answers. Ectoplasm. That's right. As you know, many of the world's strange phenomena are caused by ectoplasm. The Banshee was no different. What? Wait, why are you looking at me like that? No one challenged my statement. That meant they accepted it, right? Right? The truth is out of this world. I puffed out my chest, feeling triumphant even. Okay, and regardless of that, yeah, whatever, yeah, we just moved on. All of a sudden, bro, what is that soundbite? I feel like listen to the background music of Earthworm Jim, Stage 2. Another scream echoed through the air. Ah! What the? No way. Everyone erupted into a flurry of confusion. Tension was etched on everyone's face. The scream had come from downstairs. A sinking feeling told me it was coming from the billiard room once again. Let's go check it out, I said, to no one in particular that took off briskly. Bobby and Chase followed close behind. We stepped in front of the billiard room. Up until now, there had been no signs of anything unusual. Not here again. I felt a sense of deja vu from the flickering lights through the frosted glass as I reached for the door handle. And then, I noticed. Where is the key? Of course, William has it. Bobby responded. Should I go get it? No, ain't no time for that. Chase's voice was sharp. He was right. We couldn't spare a second. It's just a dang wooden door. Break it down! Chase exclaimed. Bobby kicked the area near the handle with all his strength. The hinges of the door waned as the lock snapped. The door swung open. We charged into the billiard room. At first glance, everything seemed unchanged. There were no signs that anyone was hiding inside. But to me, there was something different. It was the smell. The overwhelming scent of something burnt. What is that smell? With a growing sense of unease, I circled around the billiard table in the center of the room. I didn't want to see the twisted, grotesque corpse again, but I couldn't just leave it be. And sure enough, there it was. Ugh. The stench of burnt flesh wafted in the air. The body was severely charred, burnt beyond recognition. What the? Bobby recoiled at the sight of the body covering his nose. The corpse, twisted in agony as if it had collapsed in pain, was still smoldering. The nightmarish sight nearly made me gag, the bowel rising into my throat as I struggled to hold it back. What the hell's going on? Chase asked. He turned away to avoid looking directly at the body. I knew how he felt. I too wanted nothing more than to look away. Well, the corporate ain't here. Let's head on back. Chase's voice slacked through the tension, and Bobby, his face drained of color, nodded quickly. Yeah, let's get out of here. This is beyond us. Bobby did. Bobby definitely said that, I remember. Whispered as he turned sharply and made for the door. As for me, A, I hurried and followed behind them. B, I forced down my digest and stepped closer to the body because, I forced down my digest, disgust even, and stepped closer to the body. How many times did I say digest? I crouched down to examine the body further. It had clearly been exposed to intense heat, the entire body charred beyond recognition. But the body was no longer contorted. How? Something was lying beneath the body's arm. I gently pushed it aside to get a closer look, but the burnt skin crumbled off with a nauseating crack. Ugh. The repulsiveness of the feeling nearly made me cry out. I bit my tongue. I picked up the object. I bit my tongue again. Damn, gotta stop doing that. Is this a key ring? It looked familiar. That's right. It resembled the one William always carried. But why is it here? A second scream. A burned body. A key ring. There was so much I didn't understand, but the sight of the body in my peripheral vision kept my thoughts scattered. I turned away and decided to head back to the others. The lounge was silent. Too many terrible things had happened that night. Everyone was at a loss for what to do. Shall I get the tea brewing? Colleen stood up, her expression kind. Good idea, I'll help out. Abby chimed in. How many want a cup? Abby looked around the room, counting on her fingers. Colleen, Abby, 3 girls, the Buchanans, Bobby, Grace, and myself. 10 people in total. And 1 cat. If you exclude William, who was resting in the staff room, clearly still resting in the staff room, everyone was here. I don't like hot things, so no tea for me. What? What? A faint chuckle passed through the group. Well then, 10 cups, excluding the cat. Abby and Colleen headed off together towards the kitchen. What a night it had been. The screams, the twisted corpses, the banshee, the kitty. If I were a better detective, maybe I could piece together the puzzle and find the answer. But I had no idea. Eventually, Colleen and Abby returned and gave out the tea. The fragrant aroma from the cups seemed to ease our nerves. This is beyond us now. I recalled the words that Bobby said earlier. I agreed. What was happening here was beyond our control. Everyone returned to their rooms, locked their doors, and waited for the next morning. It was the safest thing to do. I'm not sure who came up with the idea, but we all agreed it was the best course of action. I returned to my room, pulled the sheets over my head, and laid down in the bed. I was completely drained. As midnight drew near, I thought I heard a knock, but I stayed in bed, not moving an inch. I was done with mysteries. No more. I gave up and drifted off to sleep. If only it were a dream. What determined this ending? Alright, that's ending number 4. Honestly, I got enough energy for one more, and I think my my voice box is starting to give out on me. So we're gonna take it one more time. We're gonna go back to the second murder, because that's the only part that I can think I had a decision on. Let's see what happens next. Oh my god! Alright, yeah. What the? No way. What, how? Where it happened? Who? He? Where? Huh? What? Step in front of the door. Gotta kick the door down. Step in front of the door. Who has the key? Bobby, you got the key? No. Chase, you got the key? What? Kick the door. Bam. Billiard room. Who's playing pool? What's going on? What's that smell? What's that smell? It's blood. Alright, yes, check around the billiard table. It's a hand! By God. Alright, yes. Stench wafted in the air, burnt crisp, yep, bacon crispy, damn. Yep, felt how you felt. Bobby, let's turn back, let's leave, we gotta get out of here. Someone was charred here. They smoked this man. I hurried and followed right behind them. I did. I hurried and followed right behind them. The lounge was silent still. Too many terrible things has happened that night. Everyone was at a loss for what to do. Shall I get them to you, Blu-ray? Colleen stood up, expression kind. Good idea, I'll help out. Chimed in. How many want a cup of tea? Abby looked around the room, counting her fingers. Colleen and Abby, the 3 girls, Buchanan, Bobby, Grace, and myself. 10 people in total. If you exclude Willem, who was resting in the staff room, everyone else was here. I don't like hot things, not tea for me, Ruby the cat said. The faint chuckle passed through the group and the cat. Well then, 10 cups excluding the cat. Abby and Colleen headed off together to the kitchen with the cat. Maybe not the cat, actually. Yup, Banshee had no idea. The nerves. Bobby agreed to happen. That's the safe thing to do. Okay, so that changed nothing. Cool. Okay. Oh, so they... Jesus, when I thought I said main menu, I thought it meant the game. Okay, sorry. Hey, you guys remember we're playing Street Fighter? It's crazy, right? Great. Damn it. You got y'all. Come on, man. Chapters can arrive. Suicide mission, rising doubts. I think I have to go all the way. I think I gotta go all the way back to Rising Doubts. There's no sign of using pick a window. We talked. Then we talked. We talked a little bit more. You talked. I talked. We talked. She talked. He talked. Kitty talked. Alright, yep. There's something. I have an alibi. To me. Very well. Detective with all eyes fixed on me. I continue. The person is... J'accused! It was Bobby. Because that boy ain't right. I tell you, the boy ain't right. Bobby is the one who stood out to me. Bobby emerged from the game room just after the scream. He claimed he was going to fetch the key. If we can believe that. He also helped around the resort. he likely had ample chances to make a spare key if he desired to. If we assumed he had a spare key, Bobby could have locked the door after the crime, then pretend to go to the real key, which I was cross path with him. Something like that. Afterwards, he could have discarded the spare key somewhere, or he could still be carrying it. Are you? Oh, excuse me, bourbon. Oh, man. Are you accusing me without any evidence? Bobby glared at me, his voice dripping with menace. If I searched you and find a spare key, I'll make you eat those words. If you want some, come get some. Oh shit, we fight! Oh damn! Oh my god! Oh Jesus! Oh, he's cooking me! Oh yeah, how you like me now? Oh yeah, I'm in there. What you gonna do? Easy. Bobby was a tough opponent, but I somehow managed to take him down. His strength was no match for my brains. Huh? That's strange. No spare key. William mumbled quietly as he searched Bobby. He must have disposed of it somewhere. William gave me a puzzled look. Are you sure he's the culprit? You actually believe me? Like you just in for the ride. You just not a thought process in that smooth brain of yours, huh? Huh? Well, see what happened is that the thing is the possibility that he was the culprit wasn't exactly zero. But then again, there was no evidence to prove it. Well, wait. What happened? If you think about logically, allegedly, I said, scratching my head. An unbearable silence filled the room. Did I do something wrong? I did. Yeah, I did. That's my bad. It's my bad. Sorry about that. I just beat up someone who was innocent. Wouldn't be the first time. Damn sure won't be the last. The group's gaze pierced through me like sharp daggers. The case remained unsolved. Outside the resort, there was no sign of the storm ending. It felt like the night would stretch on forever. A long, hard night. Okay, that was a shorter one than I thought. I think I might be able to return to the event menu. Okay, that was much better. Alright, so 5 endings, yes. I feel like I have enough time for one more. Gotta start accusing everybody. But now it's Grace's turn. Who could it be? The killer must still be here. Who could it be? Someone's in here with no alibi. UGLY, you ain't got no alibi. You ugly, Grace. It was you. Grace! I pointed an accusatory finger towards Grace. Is it though? She's kind of sitting. You gotta lower it just a little bit. Just angle it downwards. You got it. She silently raised her eyes to mine. Even in moments like this, she remained calm. She had previously discussed the killer's intentions. She speculated that the murder might be lying in wait, and that they could be trying to target someone else. She put herself in the killer's shoes. Of course, this didn't mean she killed someone. She didn't kill someone herself. But I couldn't help but feel like if she were to kill someone, she would remain calm as a kitten. She possessed what seems to be an absolute nerves of steel. You're just joking, right? Grace replied effortlessly, without hesitation even. Yeah, 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 yeah. I expected her to react even slightly, but she simply brushed it off, unfazed. Very well! William, who had been unusually silent, raised his voice as he made up his mind. Let's check around the outside of the resort, whispered through the group. William continued calm tone. Yep, we've seen this before. Count me in. Bobby stepped forward. Jonas stepped forward. Presumably ladies, little cat, did the thing, walk out the door. Bada bada. We split up. Get two groups. Yeah, that part happened. Screen cut through the air. Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. Damn it, Bobby.
Final round. Fight.
Ooh, perfect parry. Get this man. Oh, you didn't want to do that. Get him. Good. God. Got him. How you so alive? I accidentally knocked this man out. Who accosted this man? Who? By the way, I just realized I'm pretty sure that dead body, that burnt body, was William, and I kind of just... I kind of just... Did I not just set him on fire? Oh, it was me, wasn't it? Alright, so I accidentally attacked Will, do the thing, talk safety, gotta go back in. I got Will, he's fine. He's fine, guys. Head, press a Y, figure it Grace, follow me, Banshee, that freaky Jones talk about. 10 through 10, the Banshee is... Oh yeah, I forgot I had this decision. Oops. The Banshee is William. He was throwing sonic booms. I swear, I saw it. I saw it. I seen it. During our fight, William used techniques involving oh my god, that's canon. Somehow that is canon. Okay, alright, I'm down. I recalled our battle. Yes, it made so much sense. He was booming. William must have fought someone here before. And from those stories, rumors of the Banshee had spread. Come to think of it, when Jonas mentioned the Banshee, William quickly steered the conversation another way. He was worried about his true identity being uncovered. Could be, I reckon. Chase nodded. The others in the lounge seemed slightly impressed by my revelation. Because I'm smart. All of a sudden. Dude, that was my favorite right now. Huh? What the? No way. Everyone. Confusing. Kick the door. Just shut up. We gotta go kick that door down. Come on, guys. Kick it. Drop kick it. Why am I trying to touch it? Kick the door. Where's the key? What key? Kick it. Alright, over on scent. Burnt. Something is burnt, crispy. The stench. The smell. The stink. The stink in the air. I can't handle it. What shall we do next? Hurry right behind me. I force down my scut to tech closer to the body. Why didn't this work last time? I force down the further. How to clean the recognition. The body. How something was beneath the body's arm. Gently push aside. Better look at the skin. Ugh. Pulsing it made me cry out. Tongue to sun. Key ring. Look familiar. Second body. Second screen, burn body, key ring, turns away, head back to the others. Okay, something's not happening here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got the tea party going, and then we went back to our rooms, locked our doors. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh, I'm going night-night. Oh! Around midnight, there was a knock at the door. Max, are you awake? It was Grace. How do I know that? Sorry, just too scarce to be alone. Oh. Well, games in session. Wait, if I think about it, is she coming in because I accused her earlier? She was holding a cane, presumably for safety, and was trembling slightly. Come in. I placed a hand on her shoulder and gently guided her in. Did something happen? I asked, glancing at Grace's back. Her vulnerable posture was so close, I could almost reach out and pull her into a hug. As a matter of fact, she whispered softly. She turned to face me. Something will happen right now. Oh! With a wide grin, Grace thrust her cane forward. It was a sharp tears pierced my throat with deadly precision. Ugh! Pain seared through me. I gasped for air, but none came. What? Why? I managed to question her. A reason? There isn't one. Grace made a face, as if the answer was obvious. Don't you ever do things just for the sake of it, like kicking a stone in the side of the road, or picking up a leaf you happen to notice. Or maybe sometimes you just whistle because you feel like it. I couldn't understand what Grace was talking or trying to say. I have a cane in my throat. All I could comprehend was that, to her, human lives were insignificant as a stone or a leaf. Well, if I had to come up with a reason. Grace leaned in close, her lips almost brushing my ear. I simply thought, at midnight, someone should die. Wouldn't things be better that way? What could possibly be better about this? I tried to retort, but instead, blood spilled from my mouth. As the silly squawk of the cuckoo clock resonated through the resort in the distance, my awareness began to fade. A gentle sleep. Bad end. Well, chat, just like that, I got God. You hate to see it, you hate to love to see it. Damn. It all culminated into that perfect ending. So, yeah, this is kind of cool. I'm glad they did this. Am I going to get the rest of the endings? Probably. Maybe. You know what? Surprise me. If this gets like 25 views, I'll play the rest of them. But for right now, guys, if you enjoyed the content, please go ahead and smash that follow button to notify you when the next time I'm streaming. But other than that, if you want to see what I'm into or just want to have casual conversation with me, you can hit me up on the X under the name JP3_92. That is JAYPEA3_9 on the X. But you can also find my channel on Discord under the same name. The conveniency. It's almost like not having a cane shoved into your throat. But if that's not enough to tickle your fancy, and trust me, shoving a cane down your throat should not be one of those things, you can also follow my channel on YouTube under the name JP3Forever92. That is JP, number 3, number 4, EVER, number 9, and number 2 on YouTube. Which the latest post right now being... I think it was me restarting my run of Crow Country. Let me go ahead and check. Actually, let me stop lying. Let me go ahead and check before I start lying again. Yes, it is Crow Country. So yes, go check that out, and I will be trying to beat that game before the end of October. So look forward to that. So other than that, guys, as I usually say, and as I found out the hard way tonight, along with William and Sean, the corner night is stay hungry, stay humble, but most of all, stay safe. Until the next stream, guys. Peace. Some jackass out there is saying right now, dang, it really was Tonka's last cry, wasn't it? And I say to you, shut up. Shut up, you. You don't know what you're talking about.